If you were to look up bonds in the exchange, you would find something like this. So first of all, you'd have a word like treasury. That's name of issuer. Then you'd have a percentage, so it might say 8%, this is the coupon. And you'll find a date. So 2029. Doesn't have to be 2029, doesn't have to be 8%, but let's take those as examples. And then price, $113 as an example. So let's take a look at two return calculations useful to investors. Okay, number one is what's known as a flat or income yield, or simply just yield. Very simple calculation. Some investors buy for income. They just want to know what a $8 coupon means as a percentage of the current today's price. In our example, if I take a $8 fixed coupon and divide by the current market price as a percentage, I know roughly what my annual income return's going to be. And here, that's about 7.1%. So if you're purely buying for income between now and 2029, you can expect yield of around 7.1%. That sounds pretty good. And it's almost too good because I've forgotten something. The problem with flat yield calculations is that they ignore the fact that if I purchased for $113 today and only get $100 back in 2029, I've lost $13. A second calculation called yield to maturity, or simply YTM, builds that in. The second calculation, and in practice, it's a bit of approximation, as I have to get into the time value of money, recognizing that dollar today is worth more than $1 next year. But I promise this approximation will help you understand YTM concept better than any formula, and you will never forget the logic also. Basically, YTM says what you need to do is recognize you're going to lose $13 over roughly 4 years. That is when government plan to buy this thing back. So a bit rough and ready, if I were to take the $13 and divide it into 4 chunks, that's for the 4 years, I'm looking at basically a $3.25 lost every year. And to turn that into a yield to maturity, all I need to do is the following. Roughly speaking, I get a $8 coupon, I lose $3.25 as a sort of capital loss every year, and I want it as a return on my original investment. So I could say the true yield to maturity, that's this thing, the YTM, is more like 4.2%, which is much lower than 7.1% yield. To understand more such bond concept in detail, please click the link available here and also in the description, or simply subscribe our channel and check our content on various finance-related topics.